In this video, I want to talk about perceptions and emotions and how that relates to yourself, your life, and running a business. I'm reading an amazing book right now called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, and I've read it several times, but I'm reading it again, and it talks about why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. In the book, Michael Gerber talks about how entrepreneurs or managers or business owners wear all these different hats. From being the technician who's doing the work, to being the manager, to being the entrepreneur, the visionary, to being the accountant, all that type of stuff. And all these conflicting emotions that you go through from being pulled in 50 different directions and you're doing it and doing it and doing it. Well, kind of on the contrary, I would like to ask you, what are some things that you've gone through in your life, in your past, or maybe even right now, that you perceived to be an absolute living hell? Well, if you got through those things, and maybe you've gotten way past that thing in your life or that situation or that circumstance to the point where you look back at it, if you were to go through that now, maybe you might get through it a lot faster, and you might be like, that's easy, right? And I would like you to consider, because I'm considering myself, wow, what if we over dramatize things and we make it to be this hell or so hard or the suffering momentum type of thing, because we just don't know about it, and we're stuck and clinging to our situation now. A lot of it could be tied to money or whatever that might be. I know, because it was for me. You know, when you don't have money, you don't have any options, you can't do anything. You're biting your nails over every little tiny micro decision because it affects everything else. And then money is the lubricant that really opens up those options and allows you to relax and then make things happen, right? But it's a constant upward pressure that never stops. It's like a pressure cooker, and it goes up and down, up and down. But anyways, if you knew the things, there's a saying I like, you don't know what you don't know, that's why you don't have. If you knew what you knew, you'd have it, because to know and not do means you don't know. Try to repeat that. But it's just not knowing. You don't know the next step. If you knew how to run a landscape business with 10 crews and manage all this stuff, and you're just the CEO and you got this army of people working underneath you and you're making $500,000 a year, I don't know what it is for you. It's not the point. The point is, if you knew how to do all that, you would do it. But if you don't know all this stuff, each next baby step feels like a brick wall. I know that's how it was for me. That's why I put out all this information, and I like to make these videos, and I put out a book and a training course and all that. Shameless plug. I'm proud of my training course. I'll plug it all the damn time. I'm really proud of it, and a lot of people are getting results from it. But aside from that, yeah, so that's why I put out this stuff, because I went through all that hell in the beginning myself. You know, actually, I'm going to talk about that real quick. Somebody mentioned this Keith guy. If he really cared about people, he'd be giving away all the information for free. I'm going to come out on a video right now and say, dude, I pay $450 a month just in software subscriptions and domain names and everything, just to run the Landscaping Employee Trap. Let alone, it probably cost me, I don't know, upwards of $4,000 a month opportunity cost when I'm really grinding at it from, you know, what I would be spending in my business. So I sacrifice my personal time of my own business, and I'm not saying that you should care or give a crap. I was just saying that's the facts. It really does cost me cold hard cash of over $400 a month to run all this stuff. So I have to charge for the books. I have to charge in order to share my message with more people. I have to charge, and I take the money and I put it right back into it to share the message more. I really do, right? And do I make profit of it? Yeah, not a lot, but I make enough to keep running this thing and sharing the message, and it's really awesome, and it's something I've always wanted to do in my life, and it helps people. So cool. So I don't know, everybody's got their own thing and love doing it, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from people, and tons of emails and letters in the mail, and people sending me Facebook messages saying, man, thank you for the videos you put out. It's really, you know, helped me get through the next step. And that's what touches me the most. I'm not gonna lie, dude, I've read an email before and started crying because I couldn't believe how much I related to, you know, the guy, or whatever he was going through, and got through it. And I'm not taking any of the credit for any of that stuff. I don't take any credit. I'm just uploading videos, man, and having some fun while I'm at it. But I think that's where the real value lies, the real power lies, is the ability, is in giving back. I always thought, oh, one day if I was a millionaire, I would build a big orphanage and help children. I'm like, dude, you could give back now through the power of the internet. Find something you love and make a video or make a blog post about it, or maybe, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. But so back to what I was saying before I started digressing like I always do. Think about the stuff that you're thinking about right now that's driving you crazy and you're all stressed out, and let go. Surrender to it and let go, and then watch it happen. Watch it just come to you. Watch you just figure it out, and it'll start working like magic. Because I read another book by Dr. David R. Hawkins called The Power of Letting Go and Surrendering to What Is. The quicker you surrender to whatever struggle or hell you're going through and just let it be, is the quicker you can become more receptive to what's really going on around you and start seeing things you couldn't see before. If you're stuck in the weeds, you got to surrender, and then things will come to you. And sometimes it takes that brick wall, that hell, that fiery passion of anger to, have a breakdown before you can have a breakthrough. I've talked about that before. So whatever type of stuff you're going through, or crazy stuff, or frustrations, or anxieties in your small business, or getting it off the ground, is absolutely normal. You're not special, and there's no other business owner who hasn't gone through that. Maybe they're really good at hiding it and acting like, oh, I don't go through that stuff. I'm the shit, man. Dude, like, everybody goes through it. It's just different people, some people over dramatize it. I've been known to do that. You're going through something and you feel like that's all that exists in that moment, is your business sucks, you're going through hell. But I just want to make this video and say I've really learned that the power of surrendering and letting go, or maybe cleaning up things in your life, or going, if you haven't seen a family member in a while, or maybe someone's bugging you, you got to give Aunt Martha a call, whatever the hell that is for you. You clean up those spaces that are hogging up space in your RAM, your nervous system, making you stressed out. That's really what it is. Then you could, boom, you quantum leap, and you could take a huge step forward where it felt like you were just getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the books were The E-Myth by Michael Gerber and The Power of Letting Go by Dr. David R. Hawkins. Awesome books. All right, peace.